Well, over the years, former KCRA 3 reporter Adrian Woodfork interviewed dozens of musicians in the music world. Among those he interviewed was Michael Jackson. And thanks for joining us, Adrian.
Thank you.
Tell us, where did you meet Michael Jackson?
I interviewed Michael Jackson on two occasions, one in the early 70s and one later on in the 80s. I first met him when he performed at the Oakland Coliseum. And it was truly a pleasure. I was definitely awestruck because he was very young at the time, and he created such a stir in the music industry. We
ought to point out while you're talking there, Adrian, we're looking at some really cool file video, or file film, I should say, of the Jackson 5 when they performed back in 1974. So, but please go on and let us know a little bit more about what it was like to talk with him and how he was.
Well, Michael Jackson, interestingly enough, being the superstar, you would think that he would come in the room with a lot of energy. But he was very, very respectful, very shy. I found him to be very shy and very polite, very soft-spoken. And I walked away thinking, wow. And truly, that is what Michael Jackson was all about. I think he lived for the wow factor. It was wow in everything he did.
Well, let's talk about that. He's really up there with the Beatles, Elvis Presley, and Michael Jackson. What is it? What was it that made him?
I think that Michael Jackson he comes from one of the most incredible music families ever, and that is the Motown family. He was surrounded by major superstars like Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, Gladys Knight and the Pips. All those incredible people really impacted him. And he took a little bit from all of them and created his own style. And over the years, I think he influenced them as he did the world. People in all genres of music were influenced by Michael Jackson.
Well, Adrian,
I just wanted to jump in that we did get a statement from MC Hammer, who now lives in this area in Tracy, who said, "I would not be me if it hadn't been for Michael Jackson." Adrian, exactly what you're talking about, that kind of influence.
Oh, absolutely. I think Michael Jackson will be a legend. He was actually a legend when he was alive. I mean, like most major superstars, which he definitely was, he had his quirks. But he also was an incredibly talented person and so well respected. The world, this is a true example of unconditional love. People decided no matter what he did, they still loved him very much, despite of any quirks that he might have had.
I think that's because so many of us saw him grow up, and of course the full story is complicated, but there is a lot of love to go there. All right, Adrian Woodfork, great to see you. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on this.